mentioned earlier, I had my prom taken away. You know that story. Graduation was weird, whatever. We'd like to, as much as this is about prom, this is also about graduation. And we've had a few members of the RWA roster graduate, but one person in particular wanted to come out here and share that moment with you guys. And that person is sponsored by his loving family. You're their superhero and they love you. Where are you guys? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Coach Will!
Shout out to the RWA Ocean State champion who today walked the aisle with a bachelor's degree in studies of education and motor skills. But Zach, you also got to point out that this guy who came out holding the prestigious RWA Ocean State Championship. Congratulations, Coach Will. Take it from here.
Crazy number was 4 years ago today that the Zoke graduated from the same college as our Ocean State champion. And now he gets to celebrate with his people, his friends, his family on a night that's been very hectic to say the least. We get to actually have a nice, wholesome moment, celebrate a truly hard-earned accomplishment by somebody who has worked no more so hard than Coach Will. The pompous circumstance and rightfully deserved for our Ocean State champion. Wrestle Prom becoming a mini graduation ceremony.
I broke it. I got it. How we doing? I'm not the most technologically savvy person. Okay, I apologize. Before I begin, I just want to give a couple of acknowledgments. Like AJP was saying, there are a couple other people who graduated. So I want to shout out Kaylee Prescott, who graduated from BCC. And our queen, Ariel, graduating from AIC. You know, 6 years ago, if you told me I'd be standing in this ring as an RWA champion and a graduate from college, I would have laughed at you. I mean, let's think about what happened 6 years ago, right? COVID.
COVID stinks!
Oh, it does stink. It took a lot away from us. It took away wrestling from me and all of you. A couple of weeks later, it took away my job, which I know a lot of people here lost as well. Then a couple of months later, I found out I was losing my marriage too. And I was in a dark place, and I didn't know I was going to get out of it. And I knew I had 2 options. Those options were to either roll over and die, or to keep fighting. And let me tell you, there were certain days where roll over and die sounded pretty good. But I wasn't about to do that. I woke up every single day and I kept fighting! It wasn't easy. It wasn't. I had days where I wanted to go for a hole, but I knew I had to keep going. When I went to bed at night, I was ready to wake up the next day and fight those demons again. A few weeks later, I got a new job. And I'm still there today. A couple of weeks later, I started dating a new woman who I'm not married to. Ever since then, I've got to watch one of my daughters graduate from around the Parish before I did. And years later, I am your RWA OC I know that there are people here today, sitting here, fighting demons, fighting unseen things, mental demons, financial demons, relationship demons, whatever demon it is. I know there are people here fighting, and I thank each and every one of you for waking up and fighting another day. Give yourself a round of applause. I know there are people in the locker room that are fighting demons right now. Some of them have shared those fights with me, and I thank them for doing that. And I thank them for waking up every single day and fighting. And here's my message to them and to you, and each and every one of you, is there's someone next to you. It's not just doing this for yourself. There's someone next to you that's counting on you, that believes in you, just like they did for me, just like those people right over there did for me. And you need to keep fighting, because not only are you here for yourself, you're here for someone else. Guys, each and every one of you sitting here, I thank you for being here today. It means the world to me. It means the world to everyone else. So thank you all. To AJPT Clinics, I thank you for giving me a chance to be out here month after month, year after year, showing what I can do for these fans and for you. Thank you. To Coach C, who has somehow, somewhere been by my side in some shape, way, or form, thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep working.
That's my prom date.
And to everyone else who hears this, keep fighting, because let me tell you something. I am living proof that that fight is worth something. I am living proof that your dreams can still beat those demons. That is what you need to remember. If you have a bad day, start again the next day. Keep fighting. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Yeah, thank you. See, people that keep fighting, people like Steven Lust, for example, that keeps fighting.
Come on, he had a moment.
Coach Will spouting truly inspirational wisdom for everybody here. But there is a main man around here. And while Coach Will is the Ocean State champion, right there is the man who at Ambition cashed in on his own ambitions and became the brand new RWA heavyweight champion, the Don Dada, the big dog, Patrick Saint. And he is here to spoil the festivities as if that has, been any stranger to the night.
We talk about accomplishments. Coach Will had an amazing one earlier today, and it came to Patrick Saint to ruin the parade. Come on.
As I've said about many things, this is unnecessary.
Mr. Coach Will, you're a coach, right? Yeah. I got a task for you. I want you to educate these pieces of garbage right now. Each and every one of these scumbags from Kentucky. By raising my hand and stating, God bless Patrick Saint, the new RWA heavyweight champion. Raise my hand. You want me to raise your hand and say, God bless Patrick Saint. God bless Patrick Saint, the RWA heavyweight champion. Raise my goddamn hand.
As much as I know how talented Patrick Saint is, this is not at all necessary for Coach Will to do. On his day of all days, his graduation, the Ocean State champion.
Coach Will, wait a second, unloading on Patrick Saint right now.
Throwing a fastball and a swerve. The cap and gown still on. But his head might have just been taken clean off by that boomba clock.
Ruining the parade. Patrick Saint, your RWA heavyweight champion. Come on now.
Let's go,
grabbing Coach Will and taking whatever technique possible, taking the low rope. Come on now.
Strangling him by the tassel on his cap. Truly adding insult to the injury. Ruining the spoils. Barking up a storm. Calling the Ricky. But how about Oh, Lusty, baby!
We got a main event to get to. Action is going down. Patrick Saint and Stephen Lust, RWA Championship on the line. The bell has rung, and Stephen Lust has lost it.
We ain't wasting no time. Let's get it on. Main event time, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Lust is prime, ready to take back what he has once held, what he carried with such pride, and looking to take it back from an absolute thug in Patrick Saint, taking the fight to the outside. The bell has sounded, so champion's advantage in play. Stephen Lust has to get it done within those ropes.
And fan favorite Stephen Lust called his shot last month after defeating the Showman and his former tag team partner Nick Marchand. And Stephen Lust unloading on Patrick Saint. But as hard as he's hitting Zach, it's a different breed when you're trying to knock a guy down like Patrick Saint. He called his shot. No.
He wanted that Abba Zaba in the opening minutes, knew that that move can get him that 1, 2, 3 like it has so many times before, so many championship victories, but Patrick Saint knew the threat at hand, so he's gonna eat a foot for his troubles. RWA, OG Stephen Lust.
Sending Saint to the outside, but not enough room as he just launches his body on Lust, folding him in half, and Patrick Saint, your RWA heavyweight champion, just slamming Lust down.
Stephen Lust literally builds this ring piece by piece every month, and now Patrick Saint looking to break Stephen Lust with the ring and all the force that he brings every time he steps within it. There's a reason why this man only has a single blemish on his record since arriving in the RWA, and he immediately rectified it by capturing the RWA title, now looking to retain, but only a 2 count, says Manny Souza.
Stephen Lust doing whatever it takes, has a little bit gas up in the tank, finding a way to kick out, but Patrick Saint is just toying around with Stephen Lust at this point, Zach.
And I've said that it's not wise for most people to play with their food throughout the night, but Patrick Saint, he's literally a dog in there. He is literally an uncaged beast. And he can literally do whatever he wants. He is literally telling Manny Souza, don't you dare count me. Don't you dare try to disqualify me. This is my world now. This is my RWA. I am the champion, and you will put respect on his name.
Respect is a big word, and something that Patrick Saint doesn't care who has his or not, as he tried to make Coach Will raise his hand, but Stephen Lust fighting back with the big back elbow.
Stephen Lust would love nothing more than to climb back to the top of the mountain, but man, does he have a big hill to climb in the form of Patrick Saint to reclaim the RWA title in the main event of Wrestle Prom. And there's a big splash by Patrick Saint, and once again, the raw, unadulterated power coming from Don Dada, lateral press, but once again, only good for 2. Patrick Saint has been stacking up championships up and down the East Coast, not willing to let the RWA title slip from his fingers in just his first defense since defeating Jason Blade back at Ambition. Stephen Lust called his shot at April Rain, and it has brought us here tonight with Legacy looming on the horizon. Cash Money winning the Jeremy Bell, stealing Mike Montero's opportunity to main event that event for the championship. It is a who's who of competition stacking the RWA roster.
You're talking about competition being at the top of the chain. It takes a long way to get to the top. Stephen Lust is up there, but just like that, there's somebody like Patrick Saint who's there to knock him down.
Yeah, I couldn't have put it better myself. It takes a long time. For someone like a Stephen Lust, it took him years and years and years in the RWA, being a hype champion, being a tag team champion, finally unifying championships to be Triple Crown and heavyweight champion. Patrick Saint won the top prize in less than a year. Not a single person in the locker locker room has been able to touch Patrick Saint, except for Jason Blade. And like I said, he put him back to bed as quickly as that loss hit his record. And now Stephen Lust trying to hit the record, trying to hit the button on the head, throwing an uppercut right to the jaw.
And Patrick Saint there to catch Stephen Lust. Huge suplex right there, cover. This can do it. And there's fight still in as Stephen Lust finds a way to kick out.
But you see Patrick Saint every time Stephen Lust tries to get back into it, he is unwavered, unfazed, and he continues to unleash. He continues to unrelent. And now looking to squeeze the life out of the challenger, ensure that Stephen Lust cannot fight any longer.
Stephen Lust trying to do whatever it takes. We talk about the strength that Patrick Saint displays, applying any pressure possible. And Lust trying, everyone here at Wrestle Prom trying to get behind the right stuff. But the question is there enough time?
I mean, we've seen how much time can be of the essence throughout the night, and now Stephen Lust has to use the ring that he knows so well to avoid any more damage being thrown. But once again, Patrick Saint controls the center of the ring. He is the center of the RWA universe. He is the epitome. He is the champion, and he is ready to keep it by any means necessary, a theme of Wrestle Prom.
And talk about any means necessary. Stephen Lust back elbow after back elbow, trying to pick up Patrick Saint. Saint not allowing it, but Stephen Lust trying to show he has something left in this one.
Had to change the play real quick, knowing that the power was not on his side. Tried to summon it from within. The inspiration of the RWA faithful, his family. But Patrick Saint, like we've mentioned, does not care about any of that. Doesn't care about the pageantry. Just wants to mutilate. And Stephen Lust might be broken after that sidewalk slam, and if he wasn't broken before.
Patrick Saint calling his shot, colliding with Stephen Lust. And it looks like it's over. Cover. And Lust finds a way to kick out.
Top Shota called his shot from the middle, that big Vader-style splash. But Stephen Lust, resilient as ever, the heart of a champion, wants to leave here as the RWA champion. But I already said but because we've already heard what happens when Patrick Saint gets into that corner, but it may actually be implemented to its fullest force. It may be thinking otherwise, though. Stephen Lust trying to roll away from harm, but there's no escaping the wrath of Patrick Saint. Stephen Lust deep in the trenches as we get deeper and deeper into the championship minutes of this main event here at Wrestle Prom.
Asking Pawtucket who wants to see a dead body as Stephen Lust able to get to his feet, put a stop to it. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. This could be the moment, Zach. We talk about strength. Does Stephen Lust have it in him to use the strength?
For the first time, having the high ground did not give the man the advantage. Patrick Saint maybe going for a ride. Big power bomb out the corner. And surprisingly, we are at a stalemate now. You ask the question all the time, Coach, and as we are now with both men down, it is all about who wants it more. Who wants to leave Wrestle Prom the RWA champion? Will it be Patrick Saint? Will it be Stephen Lust?
And the question remains that as Manny Souza continues the count. Both competitors gave it their all, but Stephen Lust finding a way to pick up Patrick Saint like it's nothing and put it right down. But you see the toll it's played on him, Zach. Both competitors are losing.
You gotta think about the strategies that these men are utilizing, especially a Stephen Lust. Not only did he create big impact with that powerbomb, but you saw him go after the back of the knees, trying to weaken the vertical base of Patrick Saint as both men now rise to their feet. Neutral corners. And Patrick going face first into the one Lust was occupying.
Bringing Saint to that top rope. Stephen Lust catching him off guard.
Trying to hang him up to dry, and now he's rocking, he's rolling, he's rocking, he's bopping. Doing what he can to pop the jaw, pop a rating, pop another championship into his trophy case. Big DDT off the ropes. Lust pulling out all the tricks out the bag. Everything that's brought him to the dance. Will he have a sweet final dance on the dance floor of Wrestle Prom? Ducks the boom o'clock. Kick to the gut.
Picking up Patrick Saint one more time for good measure. Sending him to the canvas cover. Stephen Lust can do it. Zach, Stephen Lust can be the RWA champion cover.
Roll over off the chut drop. But Manny Souza's hand does not drop for 3. It's still not over, coach. So close was Lust to reclaiming the RWA championship. But it's like we said, Patrick Saint, too hungry, too dangerous, too much in his own head to be destroyed this soon. Oh no!
Massive forearm knocking the wind out of Stephen Lust, but not phasing him too much. Forearm after big boot, and Patrick Saint, huge clothesline of Stephen Lust. This isn't looking too good. Wait a minute, what's Saint looking to do? Picking him up.
Siphon whatever adrenaline he had left to withstand the arm front and pulls it into a suplex. Hooks the leg. No!
2 count from Manny Souza, and Zach, what a contest we are witnessing right now.
What a night it has been from top to bottom. That is the quality you can get each and every month in the RWA. With spectacle coming, make sure you get your tickets at rwaforever.com to see who will go into that event defending the championship. It's going to be one of these 2 men, but we gotta ask again, who wants it more? Stephen Lust showing how bad he wants that Abba Saba, but once again, Patrick Saint holding onto the ropes, blocking the death shot.
Right into Manny Souza, crash collision to the corner. Come on.
And there was no avoiding that for Manny Souza, inadvertently getting smooshed in the corner, and now it's Patrick Saint seething, reeling in the corner, calling for his death blow. Ricky, no! It's Abba Saba time!
Cover.
2, 3, 4. We should normally be hearing the bell ring right now, but we still don't have an official, unfortunately. Stephen Lust damn near had Patrick Saint beat for 2 matches.
Everyone's in disbelief. Patrick Saint almost got pinned. And Stephen Lust trying to wake up Manny Souza, but you've seen the collision in the corner. Manny Souza isn't waking up anytime soon.
Almost only counted horseshoes and hand grenades, but this is professional wrestling, and we may be catching a case of first-degree murder. But Stephen Lust knew it was coming, but couldn't avoid Ricky! He asked the question, did you want to see a dead body? Bringing the referee back to life as he covers Stephen Lust. Souza in position. 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is still the RWA Heavyweight Champion, Patrick Saint.
When Patrick Saint first defeated Jason Blade, we were unaware of the reign that we were going to get, and Patrick Saint came in hot. And collision after collision, Stephen Lust had a chance. Patrick Saint able to get the win today.
Yeah, you said nobody knew what kind of reign we would be in for when it came to Patrick Saint, and that was an emphatic first statement made, first title defense in this new era, as and still RWA champion is Patrick Saint. And now, as much as we were asking questions throughout the night, it's now the big question. Who the hell is going to be able to knock this man off the mountain?
What a win for Patrick Saint here tonight. Wait a minute, grabbing AJP, come on now.
AJP's been catching strays all night, and he may be catching hands with Patrick Saint. It may be first-class murder, but here comes the mind eraser. voted most likely to be RWA champion, coming out to make the save. Patrick Saint, the entire match, controlled that center. But right now, the ring belongs to Mike Grassa. As the headline is going to read, and still champion. And you can't say it was by any underhanded tactics. Normally a criminal, you see the jumpsuit, but Patrick Saint, like I said, making a huge statement, but Mike Grassa making one of his own.
Patrick Saint able to stand on business, but what a night of action to witness. The first ever RWA Wrestle Prom. Ladies and gentlemen, to all those watching on YouTube, we want to thank you for welcoming us into your home. From the A+, Zachary Levi, from Chris Sanders. Good night.
Let's dance.